In an era where connectivity is instantaneous and constant, social media has fundamentally reshaped how humans communicate, form relationships, and perceive themselves. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, X, and YouTube offer unprecedented access to global communities and endless entertainment. Yet, as daily screen time continues to climb, a central question has emerged in modern psychological and sociological research. How does social media actually affect our happiness? The answer is complex and double-edged. Social media acts as an amplifier of human emotion and connection, but its impact on well-being depends heavily on how it is used, why it is used, and the cognitive traps it creates. The promise of connection, positive impacts on well-being. At its core, social media was designed to bring people together. When used mindfully, it offers distinct psychological benefits that can enhance personal happiness, social support, and belonging. Social media allows individuals, particularly those from marginalized groups, niche hobbyists, or people geographically isolated from loved ones, to find supportive communities. Feeling understood and connected triggers the release of oxytocin, reinforcing a sense of security and belonging. Convenient relationship maintenance. Platforms bridge geographic divides, allowing users to keep in touch with old friends, track major life milestones of relatives, and sustain long-distance relationships that might otherwise drift apart. Self-expression and empowerment. Creative outlets and platforms for advocacy give users a voice, fostering agency and self-efficacy, both key components of long-term life satisfaction. The dark side. Psychological traps that undermine happiness. Despite these benefits, growing body of evidence suggests that heavy, uncritical social media use frequently correlates with lower levels of life satisfaction, heightened anxiety, and depressive symptoms. The negative effects stem primarily from three psychological mechanisms. 1. Upward social comparison. Psychologist Leon Festinger's social comparison theory suggests humans determine their self-worth by comparing themselves to others. On social media, users are exposed to carefully curated highlight reels of peers' achievements, vacations, relationships, and ideal physical appearances. This leads to constant upward social comparison, measuring one's unfiltered, everyday life against someone else's polished best moments. The result is often a subtle, persistent feeling of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and what is commonly known as the fear of missing out, FOMO. 2. The dopamine trap and passive consumption. Social media platforms are engineered around variable rewards. Likes, comments, and notifications release microdoses of dopamine, the brain's anticipation chemical. This creates a feedback loop encouraging continuous scrolling. However, passive consumption, endlessly scrolling through feeds without directly interacting, is strongly linked to feelings of isolation and mood deterioration. Rather than leaving users feeling fulfilled, high volumes of passive intake often lead to remorse over lost time and decreased presence in real-world moments. 3. Fragmentation of attention in real-world relationships. Happiness is deeply rooted in deep, meaningful interpersonal connections and the ability to achieve state of flow during daily activities. The constant disruption of notifications fragments attention, leading to continuous partial attention. Furthermore, phubbing, snubbing someone in favor of a phone screen during face-to-face interaction, degrades the quality of real-world relationships, which are the strongest long-term predictors of human happiness. Cultivating digital well-being to harness the connective power of social media while safeguarding mental well-being. Users must transition from passive consumers to intentional curators of their digital environment. Key strategies include curating feeds, unfollowing or muting accounts that trigger feelings of envy or insecurity, while actively seeking out accounts that educate, inspire, or provide genuine support. Setting structural boundaries, establishing phone-free zones, for example, during meals and before bedtime, to protect sleep hygiene and face-to-face interactions. Prioritizing active connection, using platforms as a launchpad for real-world interactions rather than a replacement for them. Conclusion. Social media is a powerful double-edged sword. While it offers unparalleled opportunities for human connection, community building, and creative expression, it also exposes human psychology to continuous social comparison, addictive feedback loops, and superficial engagement. Ultimately, social media does not inherently make us happy or unhappy. Rather, it amplifies whichever habits we bring to it. Protecting our happiness in the digital age requires intentionality, self awareness, and the courage to set boundaries between the virtual world and real life.